Last time on USL. As you can clearly tell, I'm doing a dumb voice, but our hero was definitely down this entire match. I mean, no cap, he played a terrible game, but he still pulled it out of his ass with the PDF file known as Ghastly, who cleaned up the entire game. Now, the video has hit 100 views, and now he will upload week 2. Will this next video hit 100 views, and will he win? Find out today on USL.
Yo, Inco, you want to come out here?
Alright, since you guys asked for it for, watching the video at least 100 times, we got 100 views. So welcome back to USL. Hope you liked our little intro before this. The very nice intro that I made myself that I'll continue to make if you keep watching these videos. 100 views means another week gets uploaded. If not, then we'll have to skip over that week and do a larger recap. But regardless of that fact, welcome back to USL. I am your coach Incog of the Graveyard-Grivards. We're 1-0 facing off against the Cubchoo Caboose. And their coach Bell. They have Pawnyard, Axew, Citizen, Fido, Cubchoo, Pichu, Eevee, Petlo, and Larvitar. And if you don't know what our team is, we have Ghastly, Bronzor, Riolu, Toadstool, Wooper, Paldean, Galarian, Wooper, Noibat, Barboach, and Clauncher. So this game, what I really want to stress and do is make sure that I can get maybe Barboach or Wooper to try and break open the game, or at least get a few good kills off before we can go with Ghastly or something else. But realistically with this game, I feel as though it's definitely a losing game, no cap. Axew's first impression is very scary to Toadstool, as well as it is also scary in general for a dragon to be running through my team when I did not draft a fairy. All I have is a steel type and the ability to turn into fairy type. So there's that. Otherwise, with that being said, Pawnyard is definitely really scary. Citizen isn't too crazy just because, it's not Palafin, so it doesn't really matter to me. Pichu and Eevee and Larvitar and Petlo especially are definitely scary on this team. Pichu and Eevee mostly because their stabs are definitely good against me if I don't bring Wooper and Barboach combined. But even if I do, it's not like Bell can't just terrestrialize in the grass Pichu and start going through my team a little bit. And Eevee's really good normal because my good steel Bronzor definitely doesn't want to take bites or crunches or any real attacks if it can afford to, so it doesn't get chipped away at. Meanwhile, Meowth isn't that bulky, so it definitely would like to avoid Eevee as much as possible. Petlo, I'm pretty sure gets Sleep Powder and Stun Spore, as well as just being a decent grass type to face off against my Barboach and my Clauncher, so it's definitely going to probably come this game as a bulky check. Meanwhile, Larvitar is definitely a good setup sweeper this game, and definitely one of the few Guts users in this tier that I genuinely fear. With that out of the way, I'm predicting Pawnyard, Axew, Cubchoo low-key, just because if it can set up its own snowscape, it should be fine. And then Pichu, Eevee, and Larvitar. I could see Petlo coming over Cubchoo, but honestly, that's about it. Fido isn't that great in this format as far as I can tell, and it's not good in this matchup, especially because I have 2 poisons, 2 steals, and a fuck ton of coverage, so it's definitely not coming. And Citizen, as I mentioned earlier, really doesn't do much here. It's not as scary as, mentioned, its evolution Palafin is. So Citizen's kind of just there if it's oh, I need a bulky water. But I have no real Pokemon that are threatened by Citizen, nor does it have really any reason to come this game. So with that out of the way, how about what I brought? Because this is going to be in post, actually. So let's get right in our seatbelts here. Let's talk about what I brought. So this team here, we have Clauncher, Toadstool, Barboach, Riolu, Wooper, Paldea, and Ghastly. The only real things you need to understand about this team is that Choice Specs Clauncher goes Burr. Toadstool can win the game, but I have to set it up correctly. Barboach is a really good breaker. Paldea and Wooper is Fairy type, Terra type, so essentially we would do this in front of something like the Axew or something else, Terra Blast it, and then it dies. We can recover against a lot of mons, but the only issue is that Pawnyard can come in afterwards, and we don't have great switches to Pawnyard. Riolu can definitely set up to win the game, either late or early, or just break it open early and finish it late. And Ghastly's usually our Pokemon that will usually finish out the games for us, so that's really cool. But outside of that, team's pretty generic. I feel like I might have built this team a bit on on autopilot, excuse me, not pilot mode, because I kind of just threw things together and said, yeah, this should work. And I looked at the matchup. I said, yeah, I should be able to pull this one out. But in all honesty, I still built a really it's an Incog team. But when I say autopilot, I mean, like, I kind of just threw shit there and I said, okay, this will work, without really considering the immediacy and the attention that this matchup definitely needed for this. Like, I'm not taking this super duper seriously, but like, as I say with everything, even if I'm not taking it seriously, I'd prefer to win rather than lose. So there's that. But let's jump right into the match here. If you want to see the entire team and you're not really looking at the screen right now, you can check out in the description. I'll have the team linked, at least the Poke Paste, and then I'll have also the replay down below if you want to look at it with me as we talk about it right now. So we played Bell and already did this battle. So there's that. I think this is close enough. So they do bring everything we expected, especially given that we did call out the Petlo coming instead of Cubchoo, but I mean, that was later on when I was thinking about it. But regardless, at least for these first few turns, I'll just say it right now, I'm kind of thinking to lead Riolu or Toadstool, but I wasn't sure what to do because unfortunately, because we lost Flip Turn through the generational shift on Clauncher, Clauncher's not a great lead, and while it is a good Pokemon, it's not a great lead. So definitely need to reconsider how I use this Pokemon. It looking like likely I'm just sent to start Scarf U-turning on shit, but we'll see. Regardless, this should be a good game. As far as I remember, there's not a whole lot of hacks happening, so let's go and talk about it. So we do end up leading off with the Riolu as we see the Eevee lead. Eevee does just switch out. We do Trailblaze turn one. I guess I could have switched out, but Eevee leading was definitely interesting to me. But I'm really glad at Trailblaze because now that puts me ahead of the Petlo no matter what. So we do Trailblaze. We do just go for Drain Punches to get rid of the Petlo. It does go for Giga Drains though, so it does get a lot of our health here, unfortunately. And we do get Leaf Storm doing 60% to us as we are Eviolite, so we'll be fine. We do get another KO. And then we see the Pichu come in. The Pichu goes for Fake Out, and we are Inner Focus. So we do start off with a 2-0 lead on Bell, but unfortunately things, I decide, you know, why not make things worse for myself? You know, why keep things going in a positive swing? You know, why would I do that? Axew does kill us. We should have switched out here into Wooper or something else. I go into Wooper here as I go for my Terra Fairy early, just to get my Terra Blast against Larvitar. It is burned, and obviously we should have just like switched out, but it went for its own Terra Blast, which is interesting. Now, maybe Bell didn't want to do it this turn. Maybe they were, I don't know. But we do see the Pawniard come in. Biggest fear. I should have switched out into one of my waters after this turn, but unfortunately, what do I end up doing is just letting it die, which is not a good decision by me. So we're 4-3. We get in GIF. Axew comes back in. We do Earth Power. We do a good chunk of damage. We do switch out because of first impression, and we do just go into Ghastly. I can't really Scarf into a move properly, and as we see the Eevee not take a lot of damage, that put the fear of God in me. I was like, damn. That's one hell of an Eevee. I don't know what it's going to do. And I feel like from that turn, I guess I could have Sludge Bombed, but having to Scarf myself into Sludge Bomb means Pawniard comes in and sets up and wins. Putting myself in Dazzling Game also does kind of consider Pawniard winning, but also like Shadow Ball means that Pawniard wins. So like I was really stuck in a box here of not using a move that would give Pawniard too much leniency. So with that out of the way, we go right into our Barboach as it goes for a Shadow Ball. We lose a little Spadef. It is Terra Normal. We do D-Dance as the Eevee does just go for Double Edge and kill us, which did put us in a bind. I'm not going to cap because Ghastly doesn't kill with Sludge Bomb, and then we die to Shadow Ball. Like, it was not very fun. I was on the back foot here. So Toadstool, I just go for Rapid Spin. I'm forced into my... I'm not like forced yet. So I go for Earth Power and almost kill Pawniard. Now I'm forced out to avoid Sucker Punches. It does go for Poison Jab. It does not end up poisoning us. We do Aura Sphere. And the Axew does end up going for the first impression or Dragonclaw, which, yeah, it's Dragonclaw. There we go. Kills me. And then I kill the Axew at the end here and I win 1-0. Axew has 16 speed. We only get to 17. And based on what I have here for you, I only had 16 speed on my Toadstool. So this had to be just as slow or a speed tie against another Pokemon. Yet again, we take another W. with speed being the main thing that happened here. Not gonna lie, I definitely was going to lose this game if that didn't happen. But we're 2-0 regardless. Definitely not the greatest 2 wins, but wins are wins no matter how you look at them. And definitely good job on Bell. Their prep was really amazing this game, honestly. And we take the 1-0 victory. So your Great Regards are 2-0. If this video gets 100 views again, we'll upload week 3, where we face our good friend Ben Animated, aka Orange Ink Ben, and his Tennessee Tinkatons. He has a very scary team. And I mean that this time. Like, sometimes you look at somebody, you're like, damn, their team is scary, but sometimes you don't mean it, or sometimes you're just like in the moment it's scary. No, this team's pretty scary. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked it, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Check out I guess my other videos down below. I mean, I'll leave a playlist to my FFAs if you want to watch those in the meantime while you wait for week 3. However, with that being said, the common question of the day today is, what's your favorite Paldean form? This does include Toad's Cruel as well, and Toad's Cruel. Mine's obviously Wooper, and I think a lot of people's just Paldean Wooper, but you know, if it's not Wooper, let me know down below. Even if it is, still let me down below. If you don't have one, still let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.